Morning, welcome. So, this one, what does living in the wilderness do to your mental health? I'm not even going to lie to you. 1 month down, 11 to go, so I'm just speaking based off the experience of 1 month. So far, all it does is makes your perception more clearer. At one point I was thinking like, is this God? Is this how God reveals him or herself? No. It's just that I don't have distractions around here, so you think more logically, things are more clearer to you. Reality is just more clearer. That's all that it does in the space of a month. Firstly, I came around here with the intention of seeing how much money I could make, how much money I could save, and all that good stuff, as I mentioned in previous videos. What I now realize is that is not so much of a difficult thing, being that this is Jamaica and I live on the countryside in the wilderness. Like, food isn't difficult to get. Let me let you guys see. So, perfect lighting, perfect conditions, perfect first catch. You can catch food, and there are literally fruit trees all around. I mean, we just had Hurricane Melissa, but you know, you can still get coconuts, you can still get bananas. I think I purchased banana, but you can still get pumpkin. And what I'm saying basically is that the food aspect of it, no problem. When it rains, I stay dry. There's nothing here to frustrate me. All that there is that there aren't many distractions. So you see, reality sets in. Reality is more clearer. And as I said, it's just a month, and we have 11 left to go, so I don't know if my perspective might change. I don't know, by the end of February I might have something different to say, but all in all, it makes things more clearer. No distractions, none of that. I thought I was going to purchase a bicycle, I thought I was going to purchase a tent. I began to ask myself, why am I purchasing all of these things? Because when I started out, I didn't need them, so why do I need them now? Why not just save all of that money, and probably within a year you'll have more spending power. So, and I think all of that, if I was out there, I would be distracted by so many things, by probably persons bothering me, making me frustrated or upset, and I'd make an unnecessary purchase. You get what I'm saying? So yeah, it even takes you to the point. The peacefulness around here takes you to the point where you start to appreciate government. You know, like really appreciate government, like you're saying, like, my prime minister has his own family to deal with. I think he has bills, but he has to run the entire country, be looking over his shoulder, and then at the end of the day, I get to benefit from the good. You know, the bad, yes, I benefit from the good. Or, yeah, we can't leave out that bad things happen sometimes, but I'm focusing on the good. It makes you appreciate the effort that this individual puts in, even though he's paid for it. You know, it makes you really appreciate that. And also, the whole making money, seeing how much I can save, how much I can earn, and all of that, I don't get any fulfillment from it. That's me personally. I don't get any fulfillment from it. So, my peppers are still there. No peppers as yet. Something ate my 2 planting suckers. So, I planted the next one though. But they take about 18 months to be fully grown. And I don't know if I'll be at this exact location for 18 months. So, you give yourself things to do as well. And I get my dopamine hit from fishing. So, you're healthy body, mind, soul. I don't abuse alcohol, I don't smoke. But most of all, it's the peacefulness. And it makes you realize that happiness is not that much of a big deal, and that's probably debatable. As I said, it's just a month. But if I had a choice, if I had to choose, because I think these two, they don't come hand in hand. I think that they are separate, happiness and peacefulness. I think they are separate. Because, alright, let me just say, That when you're at peace, or when your environment is peaceful, it makes room for honesty. It, back to what I was saying, it makes room for clear thinking. So the whole peacefulness, it creates an environment for clarity. You understand? So that's what being around here does. Being that I don't have to stress to get food. Me personally, I don't have like whole heap of connections and responsibilities and all of that and things that I have to be thinking about. So my mind is completely cleared. Most of the times I'm thinking about, like when I really get to thinking, I'm like, I probably just leave this money and save it for when I'm old and I don't have the energy or strength to do all of what I'm doing right now. So, like really and truly, that's all I have to worry about. If I get ill to the point where, like if I get that seriously ill, I think I'll just pass, and then when you pass, you really don't have anything to worry about. So, essentially that is what it does. Everything else because I don't know if I said it, but all of this is a first time experience for me. This is the first time that I'm attempting something like this. And probably the excitement from that as well is a part of what, because I think that someone can attempt at this and you really go crazy. So all of this is me personally, and I don't know, probably things that I've been through in life before now also influences my experience from being around here, my experience from being around here. So depending on your life, I don't know, you probably try to take a break from society and go far in the wilderness and you're affected differently. Probably a mosquito bites you and you're frustrated to the point where you just go crazy, or you try to catch a fish and you're not thinking like, this is testing my patience as well, because that's another thing too. When you're in a peaceful environment, I think it creates the space for you to be very mindful. So if anything happens and I get frustrated, immediately I'm like, Akin, you're frustrated, calm down. Or if I'm fishing and then I'm like, I want to leave right now, or where are you going to leave? You're just going to go back to the hut. Like, just be patient. This is what fishing is about, being patient, So, I don't know. Affects me one type of way, probably affects another person a different type of way. But I like it. And as I said, it's a first time experience for me. Probably the excitement from all of it, the whole brand new. That feeling of being introduced to something brand new. Probably that isn't boring, or I don't know, probably it will take some time for all of this to get boring to me. Probably might not get boring. I don't know. Taking the days as they come. Just like I don't know what the next upload will be, where I will be. Like, I'm just taking the days as they come. The most important thing though, I think, is to, this opportunity that I'm getting to save money. What I'd be spending on rent or what I'd be spending on food, I can save that money and, put it aside for what probably might not come, which is old age, because I might not live to old age. So there's freedom. It's freedom being around here, man. It's freedom being around here. Peacefulness and freedom. Like all the things that society would pressure you for. Like, you guys don't know. Well, I'm not even going to go there. But yeah, that's basically it. In the space of a month, what does living in the wilderness do to your mental health? Makes things clearer, or things begin to get clearer. I don't know what will happen at the end of February, but essentially, living based on my experience, what I can tell you, living far around in the wilderness by yourself without the distractions of the outside world, you start to see things clearer. Your perspective becomes clearer. You become more mindful. You realize that happiness is not that much of a big deal. It is necessary, I think, but it's not that much of a big deal. I don't think happiness is something you should spend your entirety of your life hunting for. It will come. It's not constant. Happiness I feel like it's a moment, like you have a moment of happiness. But if I were to choose, I would pick peacefulness, because peacefulness, as I stated, probably this is the 100th time, but it makes room for a whole lot of positive things. Honesty, your perspective on life just becomes clearer. At one point, and I said, you can't get cuckoo, because as I said at one point, I was saying to myself, is this God? Like, am I meeting God right now? And then you're like, nah. It's just that you don't have any distractions and things are becoming more clearer to you. And yeah. So with that being said, gonna end the video now. Thank you all for tuning in. If you made it this far, consider subscribing. I welcome your questions in the comments, or whatever you're thinking there that you want to express down there. Yeah. And yeah, consider leaving a like if you made it this far, and subscribing as well. Don't know when the next upload will be. Don't know where it will be. I'm taking the days as they come. The only thing I'm being consistent on is saving cash. This kind of lifestyle allows you the opportunity to save. So when you make some money that you realize you don't have to spend, just give it to the bank to hold it for you. So yeah. Later people, big up on yourself. Thanks for tuning in. See you soon. Whenever that might be.